Hello and welcome to Global Farm Simulator Network. I'm your host, Green Acres, and today we're going to take a look at factories. Yep, factories. So without any further ado, let's hop into, let's say Elm Creek, and we'll get started. This puppy off the ground. So factories are a wonderful thing. We don't run them the way that the normal game does. I mean, you can buy one and you can operate it in a similar manner, but we're unique with factories. In fact, we've been running factories for quite a while now in beta on FS19. So coming to FS22 and seeing factories was a wonderful thing because we know how to deal with them. All right, so let's go into Elm Creek. And first thing I'm going to do is talk about factories, and we'll look at the website first to see what defines one of these guys. Okay, so I'm going to go here first, and let's go hop to one of these factories. Here we have the grain mill, so let's go visit that. Now, as you can see when you arrive, there's product for sale. Okay, so all of the factories on the map are owned by We Say So when a map originally starts. Now, We Say So owns and operates the factories. Now, We Say So uses a very simple premise, and that is that we let players sell their crops to factories, and we let players directly purchase the products that you see here that the factory produces. So this has multiple benefits. First of all, factories pay more for their supplies in the open market, which is subject to up and down price fluctuations and instabilities. A lot of people growing the same thing and selling it, well, you might have a hard time getting a good price. But selling to a factory, you're going to get that good high price, and it doesn't drop when you sell to it. So factories are the preferred way to go, and if you have a lot of goods to move, then you may end up doing better by waiting for a factory that has space to process what you want to sell it. Now, so to deal with a factory is actually pretty simple. If we go to our website, let's see, Global Farm Simulator, and we'll log in. Okay, so actually, let me go back on that one. Log in as the butler. The butler is back. Okay, so here we are. We're logged into the site. Let's talk about factories. Okay, first off, if we go to the Factories tab, we move over to Factories, and we click on Factories, of course. We're on Elm Creek, so I'm going to select Elm Creek or one of the other servers, and we're going to go to that. This brings us to the marketplace, and a marketplace is basically a place where products and items are matched up with buyers and sellers, right? So in this case, it's a format that you recognize. They're factory pages. So if we look down the list, we can see that we have the bakery, bioplants, carpentry, cereal, the dairy factory. These can be player-owned, or they can be We Say So owned. Okay, if they're We Say So owned, then players can buy and sell from them by default on any of our maps. It's kind of like a public utility. So we believe that you don't have to like cough up the money to buy the factory, that you can use it. So we made it easy for you, and we made it easy for you to do what Giants didn't do, and that is to buy and sell to that factory. And you'll see what we mean here in a second. All right, so as we come down, we find the grain mill. Okay, so to interact with the factory, it has two options. It says sell to factory or buy from factory. So if I want to sell my crops, I click sell to factory. Okay, and if they need some, it would tell you how many are required, and it would tell you what it's paying. You can see that over here on the left side, and also it would give you the opportunity to sell to it if they were buying. Also, if you click on this button for the market, let's say that they're buying barley, so they're paying $892, and you can come through and you can see throughout our whole system that's not a bad price. In fact, that's a top price. If you look at these other guys, it's on average it's 471, 795, 892. So factories pay a pretty good chunk of change, top dollar, in fact, you'd say. Here they're buying oats, sorghum, and so forth. Now, if we wanted to buy from the factory, let's say that I wanted to pick up some of those crates, then we come over here and click Buy from Factory. Okay, here you can see that the factory has 16 available pallets of flour. All right, so if we go back in game, All we would have to do to transact with that is show up with our truck, load as many pallets as we wanted. Say that we wanted to buy one of these pallets, okay? And actually, let's just go through that because it will be a lot easier for us. So let's hop back into the game, and we're going to show you how to deal with these factories because it's a lot of fun. All right, so once I'm in game here, let's hop over to the rental center because these things aren't going to move themselves, and we're probably going to need a vehicle to do it. So I want to make some money today. Kind of broke. I bought some new land over in Wild West. It's a huge lot. And I had a lot of equipment, but now I have absolutely nothing, but I have this huge lot of land. So I'm land rich and cash poor, so I need to make some money today. All right, so I hopped over to the rental center, and here are some of these easy loader trucks. Now, on the non-cross-play servers, you will have to get a forklift and load this the old-fashioned way, but it goes pretty quick, and some of you guys I know are pretty good at handling those forklifts. So I don't just drive off with a rental here. I'm a legit kind of guy, so I guess I got to go look this up and pay for it. All right, so I'm going to go back to the members main page. And this is important to know. You know, if you're going to deal with the factories, you can't use the We Say So vehicles unless you have a contract. Here, we're just buying and selling from the factories today, trying to make some money. Daddy needs money, and so no better way to get it than by doing a few of these little jobs. I don't have time to plow this huge field that might take me 3 or 4 hours, but I can pick away at these when I get time. So that's what we're going to do today. But first, let's collect a reward. Thank you very much. We Say So. And we are going to commence here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is, well, we're ready to go. We have to rent a vehicle. All right, so let's go back to the web page. And here we are. We come down to rentals. I'm at the rental center, and I'm on Elm Creek. Oh, good choice. I'm looking for one of these trucks. I don't want to buy a truck. I don't want to leave one parked here, but I can rent this for the day for $1,800. So that looks like a great deal. So let's start out with that. Let's rent this puppy. $1,800. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure, Bill. $1,800. It means I got to do a lot of buying and selling before I get that money back. So, but I can leave it parked here at free parking and come back and chip at this as much as I want. So I'm going to rent this. These trucks are like $170,000 to buy. Some serious coin. You could also just get a little trailer and a pickup truck if you want to save money and leave it parked at free parking. But for now, let's rent this baby. Okay, it says I've got it. It says the return by date is 2/9 at 1:49. So exactly 1 day from now, as it's 1:50 right now, I believe. Yeah, it sure is. All right, so let's go pick this puppy up at the rental yard. Oh, wait, I think I'm in it. Oh, look at this, 0 hours. Oh, well, this one's perfect for me. All right, so let's head out. Now, if you own a factory, it's a little different experience. You can choose whether or not you want to allow players to sell you goods. You can put up your price and people will come and load up your silo if you've enabled them the option to sell it to you. And also with your outbound products. Holy Moses. Hey, let's hop out here and look at this. Sweet mother of God, what do we got here? Oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at all of this cake. Holy sweetness. That's worth some good money. I think that might pay for the rental truck. So we'll come back and get that. But for now, let's continue onward. Now, dealing with factories on the We Say So ones is first come, first served. We don't know when these things are going to spit out production, but when it does, first person who gets here, they can buy whatever they want. We don't hold anything back or reserve it for people. So it's important that you come here, look and see what's there, and pay for it on site and pick it up. You can't take the product and pay for it later. You have to pay, and it's cash and carry. That's the way we roll here on We Say So. And remember that if you don't, then the factory will show product that it doesn't have on the web page. And someone will show up to pick it up, and there'll be nothing there. So it's important that you enter sales each time you visit them. So if I'm, buying 10 pallets, I'm paying for them right then, and I'm picking them up, and I'm on my way. It's a real-time system, so that's how you keep it honest. It's just like dealing with the store. If you buy something, you're going to pay for it, and then leave with your product. You wouldn't take it and then say, "Oh, I was going to come back and pay you later for that." After I did 5 or 6 more runs. And that also prevents people who don't have money for the product from just taking it and saying, "Well, I'm just going to sell it and I'll pay it back." Clearly, that would be a violation. Yeah, I didn't fall for going through that chute. I got a ticket last time from the DOT for that. They said I was driving to endanger, and they sent me a fine. And they didn't even witness it. They saw it on the video I did. Can you believe that? Oh, these guys are so bad. All right, whoa, stop sign. See? There we go. We don't run stop signs on this server. It's a good way to get yourself... It's a good way to lose everything in your truck when someone bashes you. All right, so here we are. And look at that. Oh my God, there's piles of them everywhere. Heck, I'm just going to open the door by hitting the Z key. Come on. And we're going to drive right up to these. But we pull up alongside, and we hit the R key. There we go. And kind of gate this. It's not a complete disaster for me most of the time. We're almost there. So let's see, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I need some more. So just come back over here. And there we go. So I can see I've got, let's see, I've got 2, 4. I don't want these things falling out. There's some really bad drivers on this map. You'd think they modeled them after Boston drivers or something like that. They're so bad. So if I one final check, let's see, I got them all. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of them in there. All right. So let's go back to that factory page and pay for the purchase. So I'm going to click on, so you can either get to it through the market here. So in this case, I'm buying it from the grain mill, and they're selling. So I click on that, and here we are. And I'm taking 12. Boy, they got a lot more showing. All right, so as you can see, my money's shown here. I have $625,000, and I'm going to buy these 12 pallets as an investment. And you see I dropped to 616. So now if I go to the member main page, and I go to my ledger, you can see that I'm now the proud owner of these. I purchased 12 at $722 each. Now I can hang on to these things as long as I want, and I can sell them at the high point. Who knows? Johnson's is paying $12.92, but it could go up to like $1,500, $1,600 tomorrow if I just wait. So I could either put those in underground storage if I had that, or take them home to my farm and do whatever. Or in this case, if you're like me, I need money. I got to pay for this. I got a bunch of new stuff to build on that new field. Oh my God. So I got to sell this and make some money today. So let's get back to work. At any rate, you can see here that I purchased 12 at $722 each, and when I got them, and that's my ownership title. All right, so we paid for the goods, and let's hop in and button this sucker up. Close these side doors. One time I picked up a load, I didn't strap something back there, and wouldn't you know, the dang thing fell out. I think everyone laughed at me for a month over that one. I thought nobody saw it, but all right. So you know where we're going with this. We're going to Johnson's. Yeah, we're going to make some money. Now, all of the servers that we have factories like this that are owned by We Say So. Now, you may see some trucking contracts initially to get them about half full so that they start producing, but then we shut them down. And then it's up to you guys to buy and sell everything that they need. So when you see what they need for production, you can plan and you can grow for them. And you can put a silo in the server and be ready to service that need. because it's a good top dollar way to feed these silos and make money off them, these factories. And you don't need to own them to start working them and making money. Here you can see that the factory got its money. I got the product. We say so as happy because the product then moves along. We take this over here and we're going to Johnson's. Oh, Johnson. It's actually a lot of fun, really. Players be showing up like flies on a rib roast when you see all these supplies out there. So let's open the side. Let's drive onto here. Oh no, did I come to the wrong place with it? Oh Jesus. Flowers not accepted here. Is that a bad sell point? Alright, so we're going to go to factories and we're going to go to on Elm Creek. And we were at Johnson's. Johnson's, it said, did take that stuff. Oh, Johnson's, where are you? We were selling, and we were looking to sell flour. But you don't buy flour. Uh-oh, where did that flour come from in the market? That's what I need to know. All right, so let's go back to the market and take a look. Control F, F-L-O-U-R. Johnson's Market, it says that it's buying. And when I go to that, sell to Johnson's Market. Someone got the wrong record associated with that. Isn't that just tragic? Because they don't buy flour. And when I come to the page, it's not here. So that was set up wrong. All right, so don't ask me how that got there. But we nonetheless have flour to sell. So let's go back to the market and see where we can dump this stuff. I think the next best place was at, oh dear, at the bakery, right? So let's go back and have a peek at that. Control F, flour. I'll have to get that item, that errant item fixed. Must have been set up wrong. Okay, but here we have the bakery is now the top contender, followed by the grocery mart. So without any further ado, it says the bakery will take 4, but sometimes they take more, and we're only too happy to sell it to them at that price. That's a full $140 higher than here. So let's head over to that bakery. They're buying, and it shows that flour, yes, they're buying. All right, so let's head over there. This isn't a complete loss yet. And off we go. Better zip up the back of that trailer, Bob. Don't need that stuff falling out. Okay, here we go. Morris the cat got turned away. Always stop. Don't want the DOT boogeyman to get you. On for safety. Here we go. And we're heading over to the bakery, and this will be a twofer. Instead of me heading back empty, I'm going to clean up this time. This run is going to be a piece of cake, so to speak, and you'll see what I mean. You thought I did good with this stuff, huh, with the flour? Even at the reduced profit? Not to worry. Yeah, we're making good time here today. Now, I bought this, and the bakery needs it. It's another factory. I'm only too happy to sell it to them. And then while we're there, we can relieve them of anything they happen to want to get rid of as well. So let's pull in here and see how much of this flour they actually want to take. Open up my gates on the side. Get out here and open these. The way you do that is you just come up to it and you hit the R key, and it disconnects. Go away. You don't even have to do this, but well, Helen almost fell out. So now you got to be careful not to lose them. Okay, here we go. So we got a total of 12 pallets here. Let's see what these guys take. Ooh, definitely more than 4. It looks like they might go for the full 6, yes? Oh, they are. Look at that. We dumped 12 pallets here, more than they thought they needed. That's the thing about, those bakery chefs. They'll just take everything you got sometimes, and you get paid for it. So I'm going to show you how to oversell what they were asking for. And we're going to head to the website and get our hands on some loot here. Okay, so I'm going to hit F5 to make sure I'm still logged in. I always do that just to be sure. Okay, so you can see we've got $616,000 in the wallet, and we're going to sell him that flour. He took 12, so I'm going to sell him the full 12. And now he's no longer taking flour, and that's okay. You can always take what you see and then update it here. Now, there are other ways to do this, but as long as he's got the door open and you see that he's willing to buy some, you can just put in what you're taking from him and conclude the deal right then. In this case, it results in a negative number, but the inventory specialist will clean that up later on when they add more inventory for sale. So at this point, I've gotten rid of those, and look, my wallet just got a little bit thicker. Let's go see how we did. If I come down to accounting and look in my ledger, you can see that I paid $8,000. I sold that for $14,000. So if we calculate that out, let's see where we sit. So 14,292 minus 8,664 equals $5,628 minus the $1,800 that we paid for renting the truck for a day. And during that day, we can move all the stuff we can find. So that's $1,800 there equals. Okay, so after that one run, Daddy's up $3,828, which isn't that bad. Now it'll go much quicker now that I have the truck and I actually go to the right place to sell it. So let's go back to this market and let's go to factories and well, let's go see what the bakery's got to sell us. Since we're here, hey, why go away deadheading, right? Let's haul some product and make some money on our way back to wherever we're going. So we're on Elm Creek. I'm going to hit go. And, important thing about factories here. And let's go home for a second and talk about that. Under this Factories tab, now these are all of the factories in the marketplaces that you see, and we showed you that earlier. And here you can see my factories. So if I owned any, they'd show up right here. And in this case, I don't. And below that, we have factory sellers and factory buyers. So any of these factories that have product available for sale will show up here. And all you have to do is just say, look at what you're going for. And here they're showing that they have cakes available, and it's $4,152 that they're selling it for. And there's 2 available. We saw about 20 out there, so I don't know. So we know we're going to be able to get a full 12 out of that potentially, maybe if we're lucky. And let's see what we can sell those for. We can sell cake for buy from factory 2. Oh dear. Let's see. This doesn't show me anything. All right, so if we go there first, they're clicking. Okay, so, and we click here, we can see what the marketplace is paying for these. $67.22. And I can buy that for $40. Oh, wow, that's actually a handsome profit. So, without any further ado here, let's back that truck up while we have it and make some money. Early bird gets the worm. It's first come, first serve here. You snooze and you lose. But no worries, these factories produce stuff all day long. Oh boy, look at all this cake. Wow, this is like hitting the jackpot, eh? Alright, so let's get up along. Oh, hey, there's one right up there in the forklift. I wonder if I can get that one off first. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, I ran over a cake. Holy Jesus. Oh, look at that. Oh, boy. I run over that one. Is that thing okay? Can I still sell it? Hey, how come it's too heavy for me to pick up? Oh, boy. Oh, there's more. Oh, my. Holy Jesus, there's plenty more. Well, what do you know? It's bonanza time. All right, so let's get back in the truck and let's load her up. That's the max I can fit is 12, and well, it looks like there's a baker's dozen at 13, but I can't fit it. So we're going to take what we got here, and I'm going to button these. These ones are worth too much, so we're going to button them. I've been hit by cars so many times and lost my products or had it fall out due to my excellent driving. Now, I ain't going to take a chance. All right, so here, now that we got 12 of those, let's go buy them again. So we go to the website, hit F5, yep, we're still logged in, and we're going to buy 12 of these guys. That's going to cost me a little more this time. Wow, that took me down to $581,000. That was quite a drop, huh? Let's see. So, in accounting, you can see now I'm down $49,000 for that load of cake. That's some expensive stuff. So we got to get that back, but it's, hopefully the profits will be a little more this time too. So, we own it. Thank God we had the extra money to cover it. And now let's go offload it once we find out where it's going. So let's get back over to export. Oh, no, we're not exporting. We're doing markets. And we're going to type in Control F and cake. And here we can see that we're heading to Grocery Mart at $67.22 per pallet. Oh boy. Hold on to your boots. Look at that guy. There we go. $67.22. And it's an unlimited buy. So you can hear the smoke coming out from under my tires as I hop in here, close up those back doors, Z key, and cake is not accepted here, but why? You just sold it to me. It's a good thing too, because you're not paying half as much as the Grocery Mart. So here we go. This is capitalism at its finest, folks. We have managed to monetize the factories. Now, the owner of that factory, had it been a player or anything, would get the money from that sale when you purchase it. It's a wonderful thing. It's all done on the website. So, cross-play and normal players can play this as well. Here we are at the Grocery Mart. Boy, that was quick, huh? There's a bunch of diabetics in here waiting for their lethal dose of cake. So let's make sure they get it. Not the lethal dose, just the cake. We know cake isn't lethal. It's so yummy and delicious. I mean, anything with that much sugar, right? All right, boys, come on out and let's grab this cake. Hey, oh, my tires are spinning. All right, here we go. Look at that stuff go. Looks so good, makes you want to eat it yourself. All right, so let's go get paid for that. They're gone. Well, we're going to go over here, and we're going to come here, hit F5. Hey, we're still logged in. And see how much money we got now, $581. Let's sell those 12 cake. Here we go. Sell. There we go. And the price dropped a little bit. It's $63.85 now. And you can see we're up to $661. So if it's $63.85, every time you sell to something, the price goes down. So if we go look in here, and see, I sold them at $67.22, and now it's dropped about $300 because the market gets kind of saturated with cake, right? So we have a reactive market with that regard. So if I sold more, the price would go down. So there's only, a certain point at which the price that you're getting for it drops below what you're paying for it, and then it's no longer profitable. And in that case, you can just hold these things and wait for the price to go back up again. But as you can see, I paid 49. That was a handsome profit. I mean, holy Moses, that was $31,000 on that one transaction. So combined with my 38.28 here, I'm going to say plus. And I had 31.76, 31,000 and 076 plus. So this is what I'm up, folks. 2 quick loads, and I've made $34,000 trading factories. Now, factories also need other things, and I'd like to just take a quick moment and just bring you up to speed on that. If you're selling your crop to a factory, so say we go to Elm Creek, and let's say we go to the cereal factory, okay? And if I'm going to sell my corn or my oats, right, you're probably going to say, well, hey, look, they're paying $6.23 for corn, right? But yet I can come down here, and there is this place, look at this. I can buy it from them. I can buy corn at $6.23. Well, I'm going to lose money doing that, but I could buy it here. So this brings up an important point, and that is that anything that's sold here is for factory only, is for factory owners only. So if you're thinking that you can buy crop like corn or sunflower from these guys at $13.31 and then turn around and sell it for $1,600 at another sell point, no, you can't. This is only intended for use in your own factory that you own. You can't even buy this and sell it to the We Say So factories. All of the We Say So factories purchase product, but it has to be crop that you grew or purchased from another player. It can't be something that is bought from this silo. Remember that this We Say So factory only supply behind the We Say So motor pool is only for factory owners. So if I owned a grain mill and I wanted to get it going, I could come here and I could buy any of the grains I need at probably like 80% of the crop price. I'm not going to make a lot of profit, but it'll give me enough to get going. By the same token, if I built a bakery that I owned and I need to buy something that my bakery needs, like flour, well, I could just go to the We Say So bakery and buy it right off the dock and then use it as an input to my factory. These are some great examples of how to use the factories. So like I said, initially on all of the servers, you'll see We Say So trucks doing contracts to deliver stuff to factories, just enough to get them going, and then we turn it off. Anything that comes out of those factories that's an end product is only there for players to purchase. So if you want to buy it and take it to the next step, you can do that. You buy it and then you sell it. If you want to buy it and sell it at an endpoint, you do that. As you just saw, I made $34,000 the old-fashioned way, by wheeling and dealing at the factories. The factories produce stuff all day. It may or may not be available when you get there, but We Say So, doesn't have anything to do with these. These are public sell points for you to buy and sell from and use in your own production, or to deliver them to the endpoints and make money, or to hold them. If you do hold them, we ask that you get underground pallet storage so that they don't lag up the server. But that's basically factories in a nutshell, folks, and you watch me use them. Now, a player factory can opt in or opt out of buying stuff and selling stuff, and they operate in much the same way. If they're part of the market, then they'll have a factory page, and if they don't, it'll be privately owned, and there'll be no way for you to sell to them or buy from them except by talking to that player. But the We Say So factories on every map are fully automated. We also have a new super production factory, which can handle millions of input amounts on our Wild West and Ricky server. So that's it for today, folks. I'm going to head back into the game now. I've got a pile of cash that I didn't have, probably enough for, something small and appreciable. So let's hop back in here and close this guy up. And we are going to head back. Now, at most of the factories, they all have forklifts for you to use if you want to pick apart your product. so that you don't get like chocolate in your butter. Now, because I've rented this truck, it's still mine until tomorrow. What I will do with it is I'll head to free parking. That's where you can safely store your vehicles and then pick them up whenever you need them. So as long as I come back by tomorrow and dump this off, who knows, by tomorrow there might be a lot more stuff to buy at the factories. And in fact, there's an oil mill around the corner that has a bunch of stuff. And I'll just take this and I'll put it in the free parking lot. There we are. So factories are a lot of fun if you know how to play them. And they can be quite profitable. Get Johnny on the spot, or you happen to get there just in time, or you see it building up, there's no reason why you can't make some quick money. Like I said, here's park and ride. Looks good to me. And we're just going to pull into here and park our truck, and then when we come back later, we can do more contracts and earn some more money. I'm just getting started, folks. Go. That's all for today. Hope to see you next time. Take care.